My name is Ahmed Al-Damrawi. I'm the Civil Society Facility House team leader. I'm very pleased and happy to be here. The Civil Society Facility House program is about to work and develop the capacity of the civil society organizations in the Southern Mediterranean, and definitely to work with them to endorse and boost their capacities to engage and to be an equal partners in the decision and policy making of their policy work in their countries and communities. To go about it, we are working with our partners in the South towards developing capacity development plans to attend their institutional and developmental needs to work on policy issues within their communities. The best example of this is the past 4 days workshop through which we have introduced our partners from the Mashreq countries to specific and tailored capacity development aspects and themes tailored around how civil society organizations can manage policy projects within their communities related to education, environment, health, and local development, but also how to manage a change at all, political changes that occurred in the Southern Mediterranean post-Arab revolutions and Arab Spring. Least and not last is to engage and mobilize civil society organizations within their communities through the involvement and engagement of young people, the youth, and managing volunteers to endorse and support the plans of the civil society organization to roll out the policy projects within their communities. The past 4 days have been interesting exposure for us as a program. We saw that there have been some initial and traces of impact on our partners and on the participants, through which they were exposed to new and innovative approaches, low cost, however, very determined towards building and enforcing their role in engaging in policy projects and other relevant thematic areas like youth and migration, and how to deal with those impacts, taking into account the overall political and societal development and changes have taken place in the Southern Mediterranean. We are very glad to see also the participants in day 3 and day 4 coming up with concrete action plans, but also the plans how and where they would like to engage with us, mobilize and utilize our expertise, and we are definitely looking forward to build on this by engaging with our partners in the Southern Mediterranean, endorsing their role, supporting their networks and platforms. We have created an interactive website it is run and managed by our partners in the South, but also we will be supporting and following up through close coordination and coaching to those partners, engaging with civil society networks, but as well as government, state actors. The whole idea and plan that those civil society partners become equipped and well built to engage and utilize their communities, whether youth or CSOs networks, and build in a structured way and innovative approaches how to engage and create policy dialogue within their communities and with their national and local governments. We also tend through TOTs to roll out and replicate those offers, and through best practices and lessons learned also identify dialogue fellows we have been walking in them throughout a whole process of capacity development around specific policy work and specific thematic related areas that to negotiate neighborhood policies related to their country and to their needs. So I recall this workshop as an interesting but also successful event because it has been an eye-opening for us, has equipped with our partners with the initial and first steps towards rolling out civil society facility house program intervention on the ground based on their specific needs. I'm very glad that this went well. And we look forward really for the continuation of those initiatives further with our partners. The next part will be the follow-up, and we look forward also to ensure there is always a room and space for face-to-face interactions, virtual interactions, but also semi and regional interactions and exposures among partners. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.